Ganga, a majestic and eternal source of life. A river, yes, but also a mother, a goddess, a nurturer since the dawn of time, a divine force that has flowed through our prayers, our myths, and our history. We worship her as Maa Ganga, the Holy Mother who gives without asking, a bountiful river that the people across India celebrate through rituals, festivals, and countless legends passed down through generations. But here's the truth we don't say out loud enough. For all the love and reverence that we offer her, we also harm her just the same. We use her for everything, from prayers to cremations, from agriculture to industrial needs, and then forget her. We worship her at dawn and pollute her by dusk. We chant her name in reverence, then poison her waters. This isn't just contradiction, it's betrayal. So I ask, what's the point of all this devotion if our actions slowly reduce her to nothing? And if we don't change that story, who will? And why does it matter so much? Because this river isn't just water, it's memory, faith, and identity. Also called Mandakini for her sparkling, healing waters, the Ganga draws millions to pray, bathe, and bid farewell to loved ones. Revered in ancient texts such as the Rig Veda, the Ramayana, and the Mahabharata, Ganga Mata is the soul of India. She is not just a physical force, but a living thread in the fabric of millions of lives, binding faith, culture, and identity. And I think the best example of this would be the Mahakumbh Mela held this year, the largest religious gathering in history. Yet, in celebrating her, we also burden her with ashes, offerings, and unchecked rituals. In glorifying devotion, we often forget our responsibility. It's as if we're blind to her blessings, so used to taking that we forget to thank, to protect, or even pause before we harm. Isn't this similar to the case of women? For instance, many women around the world do so much to make this world a better place, and we don't even notice them. How many of us know that an all-women's Indian organization has been tirelessly fighting to protect the Ganga, not just with protests, but through Gandhian values and deep commitment? Including and apart from this group of women, there were and are so many women and men who have fought to protect Ganga from being destroyed, from being polluted. To put it differently, for a river that provides water to 40% of India's population and sustains the livelihoods of nearly 500 million people living along her basin, the least we can do is protect, if not revere, this life-giving goddess rather than harm her. And these women who fought and are fighting to protect Ganga truly realized why it is utmostly essential to safeguard, conserve, and prevent the exploitation of the bountiful river. Some of us may ask, there are many rivers experiencing exploitation. Why is Ganga more important to save? Or should we even save Ganga? Well, does a river on whose banks civilizations flourished and that has been the only spectator of the innumerable changes shaping Indian history, culture, and the lives of its people need saving? Well, obviously, yes. One such force is the National Women's Organization, founded by Srimati Rama Rauta in 1998, originally to protect the Ganga. Based in Pune, this group has linked women's rights with environmental justice, amplifying women's voices alongside the rivers. Their efforts soon shaped the Save Ganga movement, proving that protecting the Ganga isn't just sacred, but urgent. In fact, it was Sushila Nair who led the Ahimsa rally on October 1st, 1998, officially kicking off the Save Ganga movement, a peaceful protest for a cleaner, healthier river. The movement, rooted in Gandhian values, stands for a different kind of progress, one where we say no to mindless consumerism and yes to a future shaped by truth and nonviolence, respect for all faiths, and a commitment to protect, not exploit nature. Because real development isn't about destruction, it's about balance. The timeline of the Save Ganga movement expresses how so many people of diverse backgrounds, such as religious leaders, scientists, activists, and citizens, came together to transform it into a national, non-violent movement for ecological preservation. The movement to save the Ganga began not with noise, but with quiet courage, driven by Gandhi's spirit and carried forward by saints, activists, and citizens. In 2011, as India marked the Dandi March anniversary, another kind of march was born. This time, not for freedom from rulers, but for freedom for a river. At Gandhi Darshan, a national resolution was passed, uniting people across faiths and fields to protect the Ganga. Then came sacrifices that shook the nation. Swami Gyan Swarup Sanand, formerly known as Dr. G.D. Agarwal, fasted unto death, demanding an end to damming, deforestation, and mining along the Ganga's banks. Soon after, Swami Nigamananda also gave his life protesting toxic quarrying. 2 lives, one unshakable message: the river must be free. Isn't it heartbreaking to realize how many have laid down their lives to save Maa Ganga? Their sacrifices, driven by love, not fame, speak louder than any other slogan. Yet, how many of us truly notice? How many of us feel the weight of their devotion? I mean, sure, we've seen the headlines, we've heard of protests, maybe even shared a post or two, but how many of us pause, really pause, to acknowledge what these men and women have given up? Sometimes we do notice. We march, we share, we believe, until life gets busy. Hope flickers, and we walk away, telling ourselves that it wasn't worth it. Then there are the ones who hear but don't really listen. The Ganga's pain feels distant to them, someone else's problem. But ignorance isn't innocence, it's indifference. And then there are the few, the ones who stay, the ones who fight, who won't let go of hope, no matter what. They carry the movement forward, shoulder to shoulder, with dreamers, doers, and believers. Now, not all of us can be them, but we can stand with them. You don't need to fast, or lead a march. Just share their stories. Talk about the Ganga. Let their fight echo beyond them. This must not be a lone cry in the dark. It must be a chorus. Because saving the Ganga means rethinking development itself. The world runs on greed and consumption. But as Gandhi warned, the earth provides enough for everyone's needs, but not for anyone's greed. From ashes left after rituals to the activism born in protest, this has always been a story of hope. Ashes to activism. This is the Ganga story. May we not just listen, but join in writing its next chapter. If not now, then when?